So we'll set up for a squat with our band above our knee. We're going to start with our feet below our hips, toes ever so slightly turned out, and you're going to sit back and down, keeping your chest up. The band is going to be pulling your knees in, so you're going to have to get a little bit more glute activation going on to keep those knees tracking out over the mid toes. Sit back and down and do not let the hips or the heels lift. So for our banded glute bridge, we're also going to have the band above the knees. We're going to lie down on the floor. We're going to set up so that our fingertips can touch our heels. That's how we know our feet are in the right place and our feet are about hip width apart. Take a nice deep breath in, that big 360 breath, exhale, and pushing up to the ceiling, squeezing our glutes. I want you to think about squeezing your glutes. A lot of the time that mind muscle connection can take a little while to build, so actually touch your glutes and make sure that at the top that they are squeezing, and hold for 2 seconds. If you don't feel that glute contraction in the first few sessions, don't worry. It can take a little while for the mind muscle connection to actually start to fire the muscle that we're trying to work. We're going to go into our banded RDLs next. These are one of my favorite exercises. Standing into the band, the long red one, around the neck and then around your mid-foot. Feet are below the hips. And then all we're going to do is send our hips back. So I'm not bringing my chest down here, guys. All I'm doing is sending my hips back. Try and imagine that you're trying to touch your bum off a wall behind you. You should really feel a really good lengthening in your hamstrings and in your glutes doing this. We want to stay in a nice flat back position, keeping our shoulders square, shoulders back. We don't want to go into a squat position. It's all that hip hinge and in that nice neutral head position as well, guys. We don't want a chin poke. For the banded face pull, I find it handy to set up at a door handle or on the banisters. The further out you stand, the harder this is going to be. Starting with straight arms, you're going to pull the band into your chest, squeezing behind the shoulder blades, ribs down, stay aligned. So keeping the band in the same position as the banded face pull, we're going to do a single arm chest press. So just holding onto the band in your hand, making sure that we're staying aligned. So ribs are down, hips and shoulders are square, pushing the band out to a full lockout extension. Exhale as you push. Always exhale on the effort in every exercise. And then we'll switch over and do some reps on the other side as well. You can see my hand is on my tummy there just to make sure that I'm staying square. My feet are just below my hips. Nice strong base to stand on. Pallof press is one of my favorite postnatal core exercises. So holding onto the very end of the band, palms are down, feet below the hips. The further out you go, out you stand, the harder this is going to be. This is a core anti-rotation, so you will really feel this working when you're doing it properly. You need to resist and not let your body. The couch stretch is a really, really good hip opener. If your quads are tight, you're going to get a good quad stretch here. Really important that we don't kind of hyperextend into our back. So make sure that we're keeping the ribs down. Squeeze the glute on the leg that's back and then just gently push forward into the hip. If you want a bit more stretch, reach up, deep breath in, exhale and